So, today I want to talk about my thyroid. As I shared before, I have a thyroid condition called Hashimoto's, and I've almost been on all of the medications that have been like hypothyroid from 88, and now I'm currently on, I want to say 200. And if you have a thyroid condition, there's a series of them, and there's a picture that I'm going to post right here of like the dosages. So, like the last 6 months, I have been trying to regulate my thyroid, and I did like the old people do on this calendar here, where every day you put your little dot because you gotta prove that you took it. And sometimes I forget that I took it, and that just comes with a life of being like extra busy and hurry on the go, and or I forgot to take it. But last month was one of the most I guess I want to say sad, scary, and like depressing. And only sad because I was literally walking like an old person. I normally like to do increments of like working at my job, extra hours. And by increments, I'll do like a few months, take a break, a few months, take a break. But this time it was like I was dragging my feet. And I just remember telling one of my coworkers, like, I'm so sorry. Like, I really want to move faster, but I can't. And I thought that the medication was working, or the one that I was on previously, and turns out that it was not working, that like I needed a higher dose. So I decided to get my blood work done. So I have a standing order where I can just go in and check my thyroid periodically if ever I feel out of my element, which is like every few years, I've noticed. And so I sent the message to my doctor. And so now, since I'm on this new thyroid hormone that's called Armor. It's supposed to be like a synthetic, not like the synthetic. It's supposed to be like pig hormone, kind of like closer to human hormone. I don't know. But it's an alternative to synthetic. I can honestly say that like I have not been myself. Like, I noticed that I'm more irritated off of things. Sorry, somebody was calling me, and every little thing is like, I have no patience for nothing. There's a bird chirping out there. What are those called? I want to say the ravens, but it's not a raven. It's and why does seagull want to go? And that's another thing, you see. The receptors in my brain are not recepting. And it's like harder to find the words in which I want to communicate. So, see, look, the word popped in, crow. These crows that just like to sing out my window, or like they're on the trees over there. Well, anyways, so these past few weeks have been like the most horrible that I've ever felt in my body. Like by 6 o'clock, I'm literally going to sleep or wanting to go to sleep, or that yucky feeling like you've been up for 24 hours, and or you've had like a few drinks and now it's the next morning and you have a hangover, but without any of that. So it's just like all I'm getting is at most 10 hours of the day half decent, and the rest are just horrible. So today is day 4 of my new medication of 120, basically 2 grains of Armor. And I'm just hoping to feel better because this is not the business. And all I have to really think about is like, this is just another opportunity to kind of like go slow, take it easy, relax into the person that I am, because sometimes I do too much, and maybe there's a lot of factors that have a lot to play with your thyroid, I guess. And life is definitely changing, so I definitely need to find more resources in kind of helping my body feel close to normal. Because when your body is not feeling normal and you're just used to doing all these umpteen things, and obviously you're not supposed to be doing a whole bunch of umpteen things, but yeah, got the ideas just flowing, and sometimes you just want to accomplish that. And I have commitments that I want to do and have to do, and I put myself in these moments of like, I want to start this cooking business on top of I want to sell my jewelry, which I'm going to be selling jewelry on the 24th at a flea market, which I feel like is super cool. But these are like experiences that I want. And I'm hoping that as soon as my body starts feeling closer to normal, which is normally about 3 weeks, and then after that, like it takes 6 weeks for it to completely go into your bloodstream. So that way, when you do your blood test, it's kind of like, okay, you're at a normal state now. So we don't need to really adjust you anymore. And hopefully, we don't need to adjust you anymore. But I'm realizing, like, diet wise, I really need to improve. And it's not like I don't eat good, but it's just there's some things that I just don't or shouldn't eat, or I need to be more strong about saying no. And I've had a few people mention here in the comments, kind of like a keto diet or more of a carnivorous diet, and at least probably trying that for at least 3 months. But I know that for sure that I cannot have, what do you call it? Cow, beef, steak. Those really, really hurt my stomach and cause other situations to back up. And there's no deposits that come out for, I want to say, days, almost close to a week. So I constantly have to take something to help things move quite along. I also took this food sensitivity a while back, and I just have to really look for the folder. But I remember some items on there that say, like, don't eat this, don't eat that. Cow was definitely on the list, and some other things, like even oyster. Like, oyster is not for me, and I've always felt some kind of way about oysters. And it was like, and some other products like soy, and I'm not sure exactly, but I'll definitely be sharing when I find my list. And or I might even just do a new one where just grab, all you have to do is you grab a few of your hairs and submit it, and then they send you an email regarding your test results. But at first, I was like kind of skeptical about it. But my kids have their own individual ones, and also, you know, each one of them had like something completely different, which was kind of cool at the same time. But it wasn't like everybody got the same template of like, this is what you need. But to also share with you, like, it's also one of the hardest things. Like, I've been trying to do meditation, and my thought process is not letting me just relax. And that's one of the most important things, is finding moments to relax, be in my own body, and just enjoy it. Because, come on now, when you're in a constant state of either nervousness, sadness, antsy, and I think that just has a lot to do with your thyroid being abnormal. I also had an episode where my heart was fluttering like way too much, and I didn't even know how to act. One of my coworkers was coming to the rescue, but I knew that if she would actually come to the rescue, I'd freak out, and I didn't even want to go there. So, and then there was another coworker that was telling me to do something else, and I was like, I'm just gonna cough this out so that way until I get to closer to normal, because I've been in a situation where my heart fluttered so much, it literally jerked into a 250 and I had to have defibrillator zappings for like 3 of them. And that was the most horrible and scary situation of my life. So when I start having that, I kind of go into panic mode. But I don't mean to be rude, but it's the only time I think I feel like I would need comfort is if it's not stopping. And if I can't control it, or if I can't stop, if I can't stop the major pounding in my chest, then I'd be like, okay, call 911, because I think that would be the most important thing to do. Also adding in the middle of this, because I just remembered and I just wanted to share that I gained 20 pounds, which is not the business, because I just remember when I was diagnosed, I had just had my daughter and I gained 35 pounds by the time I got diagnosed with the thyroid condition, and that weight has never came off. And most recently, I've gained 20 pounds. I was like 200 for a long time. I was like, okay, we're comfortable in this position. Like 200 is a good number. We're not going to go up or down. Not to say like I couldn't, but anytime that I wanted to, or I wanted to change my diet and incorporate exercise and do the things that are supposed to be done, my thyroid would always go out of whack. So we were just like, we're just going to stay comfortable here. It's fine, whatever. But 220, like, is my poor little body is struggling. Like, even the breathing is not breathing normal. Like, I feel like I'm extra exerting myself on top of, like, I'm already exhausted and I'm already exerting myself. So it's just like not a beautiful combination. So that's just another thing that I need to really work on after I've been regulated. You feel me? Like, that's not the business. Nobody wants to gain weight by doing nothing, because it's not like I eat crazy. I eat enough to maintain a 200-pound person, and I'm gaining weight. And that's the horrible part. Okay, I just wanted to share that. I'm going to continue on here with the rest of the stuff that I was sharing. So yeah, today's day 4 of my medication. I'm hoping to feel better and closer to the person that I am. I must say though that when I was taking it the other day, I felt like slightly different. Earlier today I had like this, my eardrum was acting some sort of like a woofer inside, rattling. That was just abnormal for me. I've never think I've had that before, but it's in the documentation right here, just in case. But also knowing that my cells slowly are absorbing what they need on a daily is the most important. Because if you didn't know, the thyroid hormone has a lot to do with your hair, your skin, your nails, your organs. Everything that's going on in your body is actually needing this hormone. It's important. It's one of the major ones, and your thyroid is right here, and it connects with your pituitary gland where they like communicate together. So I hope you're having a wonderful day. Hopefully this helps you, helps me, helps everybody, and to help you get just a little bit of understanding that it doesn't matter how much sleep you get, you're still going to be tired. Even considering talking with your doctor regarding multivitamins, and also getting your vitamin D checked, because when I checked mine, it was a 9, and you don't want it to be so low. But I also want to share, like, body aches are ridiculously horrible. It's like a workout that you've never done, but your body's like, we worked out so hard, but we did nothing. We're just sitting here doing nothing. Don't get me wrong, I'm still walking around doing the regular stuff, but it's not like I went to the gym and picked up these big old weights and we're about to get this muscle. So yeah. And my skin is horrible. Yes, I know I have a filter on and it's making it look just smooth, but your skin literally is dry and cracky. Last night I had to extra butter my face and butter around my cheeks and hope that it like slows down, goes away or whatever. This is me on a regular. You see? I mean, you can't really see, but you just see most of the butter. But this is what I look like without the filter. And I just like the filter with the glasses because I wear glasses in reality. All right, well, I hope you're having an amazing day. Hopefully this helped you, helped me, helped everybody. And if you have any other questions or any concerns or something that maybe I could share with you, I could totally, or even if you have some advice, I'd greatly appreciate that in the comments below. Thank you so much for listening. Have a wonderful day. Bye. I'll be posting in a few days just how I feel and how things are going.